Close your eyes for just a second. Now imagine this. You're lying in bed. It's 2 a.m. The room is completely dark. The world outside is silent. But your mind? Your mind is screaming. Did I say the wrong thing in that meeting today? Why did she look at me like that? What if I fail at this? What if I'm not good enough? What if everything falls apart? What if? What if? What if? Your thoughts spin like a hurricane. You can't turn them off. You can't escape them. You feel trapped, not in a room, not in a situation, but in your own head. Does this sound familiar? This is the reality for millions of people around the world. We live in an age where our minds have become our biggest enemy. We overthink every decision. We second-guess every choice. We drown in endless information. We make terrible decisions because our brains are completely exhausted. But here's the truth, a truth that could change everything for you. You are not your thoughts, and your mind doesn't have to be a prison. Today, we're diving deep into a book that will fundamentally change the way you think forever. Think Straight by Darius Foroux. This is a practical, no-nonsense guide to mastering your mind, making better decisions, and finally finding mental clarity in this chaotic, noisy world we live in. So grab your coffee or tea, get comfortable, settle in, and let's begin this transformative journey together. Because by the end of this video, you won't just know how to think straight, you'll actually feel the shift happening inside you. You'll walk away with tools, strategies, and a completely new perspective on your own thinking. Let's go. What does Think Straight really mean? So what is Think Straight really about? At its core, this book is about one fundamental thing: learning to control your thoughts instead of letting them control you. Darius Foroux argues that most of our problems in life, our stress, our failures, our unhappiness, our stagnation, they all come from one source: poor thinking. We overthink small decisions until we're paralyzed. We believe false assumptions about ourselves without ever questioning them. We let our emotions completely hijack our logic. We make decisions based on fear and anxiety, not facts and wisdom. But here's the revolutionary good news that Foroux wants you to understand. Thinking is a skill, and like any skill, like playing guitar, cooking, or speaking a language, it can be learned, practiced, and mastered. Think Straight teaches you how to stop the endless cycle of overthinking and start taking meaningful action. Make better decisions faster without second-guessing yourself constantly. Focus deeply on what truly matters in your life and career. Build genuine mental toughness to handle whatever challenges life throws at you. Let go of toxic, limiting thought patterns that have been holding you back for years. This isn't about becoming some emotionless robot or suppressing your feelings, not at all. It's about becoming intentional with your thinking. It's about thinking clearly so you can live freely. And in the next 35 minutes, we're going to break down exactly how to do that, step by step, concept by concept, story by story. Let's dive into the book. Chapter 1: Stop Overthinking Everything. The Paralysis of Analysis. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah is 32 years old. She's smart, educated, and incredibly capable. She has a good job, supportive friends, and every reason to be confident. But Sarah has one problem that's quietly destroying her potential. She overthinks everything. She spends 3 hours deciding what to order for lunch. She spends days, sometimes weeks, deciding whether to take a new job opportunity. She replays conversations in her head endlessly, analyzing every word, every pause, every facial expression, looking for hidden meanings that probably don't even exist. One sunny Friday, her best friend invites her on a spontaneous weekend camping trip. It sounds amazing, right? Fresh air, good company, a break from routine. But Sarah can't decide. What if I don't have enough money after paying my bills? What if I don't get along with everyone going? What if I miss something important at work on Monday? What if the weather turns bad? What if I'm not prepared enough? She thinks and thinks and thinks some more. She makes pro and con lists. She checks weather forecasts obsessively. She calculates her budget 17 different ways. She asks 5 different friends for advice. And by the time she finally makes a decision, the trip is over. Her friends are posting beautiful photos on social media. They had the time of their lives. And Sarah? Sarah is sitting alone in her apartment, scrolling through those photos, drowning in a familiar feeling: regret. This is overthinking, and it's silently killing your potential, your joy, and your opportunities. Overthinking is a mental trap. Darius Foroux explains something crucial that most people never realize. Overthinking is one of the most destructive habits we can develop. Why? Because it creates a dangerous illusion of progress. When we overthink, we feel like we're being careful, thoughtful, thorough, and smart. We tell ourselves, I'm just being responsible. I'm just making sure I make the right choice. But in reality, we're not moving forward at all. We're completely stuck. Overthinking doesn't lead to better decisions. Research actually shows the opposite. Overthinking leads to increased anxiety and stress, chronic procrastination, severe decision fatigue, missed opportunities, damaged relationships, and decreased confidence. The solution that Foroux proposes is beautifully simple, but profoundly challenging: action. He writes, "Thinking is useful. Overthinking is useless. The goal is to think clearly, decide quickly, and act decisively." Think about the most successful people you know or admire. Do they spend weeks agonizing over every small decision? No. They gather the essential information, trust their judgment, make a choice, and move forward. If they're wrong, they adjust. If they're right, they capitalize on it. But if you never decide at all, you'll never grow. You'll never learn. You'll just stay stuck in the same place, watching life pass you by. Idea practice: the 2-minute rule. Here's a simple but transformative tool from the book that you can start using immediately. If a decision takes less than 2 minutes to make it immediately. Don't overthink what outfit to wear. Don't overthink what to eat for breakfast. Don't overthink whether to reply to that text message from a friend. Just decide and move on with your day. For bigger, more important decisions, Foroux suggests this 3-step process. Number 1, write down the pros and cons clearly. Get them out of your head and onto paper. Number 2, give yourself a firm deadline. For example, I'll make this decision by Friday at 5 p.m. No exceptions. Number 3, once you decide, commit fully. No looking back, no second guessing, no what if I had chosen differently. Why does this work? Because here's what most people don't realize. Most decisions are actually reversible. And even if you make what has turned out to be a wrong choice, you'll learn valuable lessons from it. But if you never decide at all, you'll never grow. You'll never learn. You'll just stay stuck in the same place, watching life pass you by. Key takeaway: overthinking is not deep thinking. It's not wisdom, it's avoiding. Stop endlessly analyzing. Start taking action. Be honest with yourself. Have you ever missed an important opportunity because you overthought it? Tell us in the comments what happened and what you learned from that experience. But here's the fascinating part that surprised everyone who works with him. Michael makes most of his decisions in under 5 minutes. How is that even possible? Because Michael understands something that most people spend their entire lives never learning. Good decision-making isn't about having all the information. It's about knowing what information actually matters. He doesn't wait for the mythical perfect moment when every variable is understood. He doesn't second-guess himself endlessly. He doesn't poll 20 people for their opinions. Instead, he follows a clear process. He gathers the truly essential facts. He consults his most trusted advisors briefly. He listens to his intuition, and then he decides and moves forward with confidence. And if he's wrong, he doesn't beat himself up about it. He adjusts course quickly. He learns from the experience, and he moves on to the next decision. This is what Darius Foroux calls thinking straight. It's decisive, it's confident, it's practical. Decision fatigue is real, and it's destroying your mental energy. Did you know that every single decision you make throughout the day actually drains your mental energy? Scientific studies have shown that the average person makes approximately 35,000 decisions per day. That's right, 35,000! From what time to wake up, to what to wear, to what to eat, to how to respond to emails, to whether to attend that meeting. And here's the problem. The more decisions we make, the worse our decision-making becomes. This phenomenon is called decision fatigue, and it's why you can start the day feeling sharp and clear-headed, but by evening, you can barely decide what to watch on Netflix. This is why Steve Jobs famously wore the same black turtleneck and jeans every single day, why Barack Obama only wore blue or gray suits during his presidency, why Mark Zuckerberg wears the same gray t-shirt. They weren't being lazy or lacking creativity, they were being strategically brilliant. They didn't want to waste precious mental energy on trivial, meaningless choices. Foroux teaches, reduce small, unimportant decisions to preserve your mental energy for big, important ones. Practical application, the decision matrix. Foroux introduces a brilliantly simple framework that will revolutionize how you make choices. Ask yourself 2 critical questions about every decision. 1. Is this decision reversible? If yes, decide quickly and confidently. If no, take more time but still set a deadline. 2. Does this decision align with my long-term goals and values? If yes, do it without hesitation. If no, drop it immediately. Let me give you concrete examples. Should I buy this $10 coffee? Reversible plus low impact. Decide in 10 seconds. Should I accept this date invitation? Reversible plus moderate impact. Decide within an hour. Should I quit my job to start my own business? Largely irreversible plus huge impact. Think deeply but set a deadline of 1 week maximum. This framework eliminates 90% of the stress and confusion around decision-making. Key takeaway: the quality of your entire life depends on the quality of your decisions. Learn to decide faster, wiser, and with genuine confidence. What's the hardest decision you've ever made? And looking back now, how did that decision change the course of your life? Share your story in the comments below. Chapter 3: Why we believe lies we tell ourselves. Scene: the story we tell ourselves. Let me introduce you to James. James is 29 years old. He's been working in corporate marketing for 6 years. He's good at his job, really good, but he's miserable. Every Sunday evening, James feels a knot in his stomach as he thinks about Monday morning. Every day at work feels like he's slowly dying inside. But James has a dream. He wants to start his own digital marketing agency. He has a brilliant business idea. He has the technical skills. He has industry connections. He even has his first potential client lined up. He has everything he needs to start. But he never does. Why? Because every time he sits down to actually take the first step, a voice in his head, loud, insistent, convincing, says, "You're not smart enough to run a business. You don't have enough money saved. What if you fail spectacularly and everyone laughs at you? What will your parents think? They'll be so disappointed. You're not like those successful entrepreneurs. They have something you don't. James believes these thoughts. He believes they're facts. He believes they're reality. But here's the truth that could set James free. They're not facts. They're not reality. They're stories, lies he's telling himself, mental constructs that exist only in his mind. And those lies are keeping him completely stuck in a life he doesn't want. False beliefs control your life. Darius Foroux explains something that might be difficult to accept, but is absolutely true. Most of our limitations aren't real. They're mental constructs, beliefs we've unconsciously adopted over years and decades from society, family, past experiences, and our own negative self-talk. Some common false beliefs that millions of people carry: I'm not good enough. I don't deserve success or happiness. It's too late for me to change. I need to be perfect before I can start. I'm just not the type of person who succeeds at that. Everyone else has it figured out except me. These beliefs feel absolutely true because we've repeated them to ourselves thousands of times. But here's what you need to understand. Repetition doesn't make something true, it just makes it familiar. The devastating impact of false beliefs is that they become self-fulfilling prophecies. If you believe you'll fail, you'll unconsciously sabotage yourself. If you believe you're not worthy, you'll unconsciously reject opportunities. Practical application: the belief audit. Foroux suggests doing what he calls a belief audit. Here's exactly how to do it. Step 1. Write down your limiting beliefs. Get brutally honest with yourself. What thoughts are holding you back? What do you believe about yourself that might not actually be true? Step 2. Challenge each belief with evidence. For each belief, ask, is this actually factually true? Or is this just a story I'm telling myself? What evidence do I have for and against this belief? Step 3. Replace false beliefs with empowering truths. Once you've identified a false belief, consciously replace it with a more accurate, empowering truth. Example: false belief, I'm not smart enough to start a business. Challenge: I've successfully learned complex skills before. I have relevant experience. Intelligence isn't fixed. I can learn what I don't know. Empowering truth: I may not know everything right now, but I'm capable of learning. I'm willing to try, fail, learn, and grow. This process isn't just intellectual exercise. It's genuinely transformative. Many people report that simply identifying and challenging their false beliefs creates immediate shifts in their confidence and behavior. Key takeaway: your beliefs create your reality. Change your beliefs and you literally change your life. What's one limiting belief you've struggled with for years? And if you've managed to overcome it, how did you do it? Let's support each other in the comments. Chapter 4. Focus is your superpower. The distraction trap. It's Monday morning, 9 a.m. You sit down at your desk with your coffee. You have a big, important project due on Friday. You're motivated. You're ready. You tell yourself, today I'm gonna make serious progress. You open your laptop. You pull up the document. But then your phone buzzes. Just a text. You'll just check it quickly. It takes 5 seconds. But while your phone is in your hand, you see a notification, an email, a news alert, a social media notification showing someone commented on your post. You tell yourself you'll just glance at it, just for a second. You click, you read, you scroll, you follow a link, you watch a video, you check another app. You look up at the clock, 25 minutes have passed. You feel guilty. You put the phone down. You try to focus on your work again, but your brain feels foggy now, distracted, scattered, fragmented. You read the same paragraph 4 times without absorbing anything. By lunch, you've accomplished almost nothing meaningful. By the end of the day, you feel exhausted but unproductive, busy but not effective. And this pattern repeats day after day, week after week. Welcome to the modern world, where focus, deep, sustained, undistracted focus, has become the rarest and most valuable skill you can possibly have. Focus is a competitive advantage. Darius Foroux makes a bold argument that might surprise you. In today's world, the ability to focus deeply is literally a superpower. Why? Because while the potential for productivity has never been higher, the actual reality is that almost everyone is completely distracted almost all the time. Research shows that the average person checks their phone 96 times per day, is interrupted or switches tasks every 3 minutes, takes 23 minutes to fully refocus after a distraction, and spends less than 2 hours per day in deep, focused work. This means if you can focus for just 3 to 4 hours a day on deep, meaningful work, you'll literally outperform 90% of people in your field. But here's the challenge. Our brains weren't evolutionarily designed for the modern world. We're constantly bombarded with notifications, emails, messages, ads, news, and infinite entertainment options. Each one is specifically designed by brilliant engineers to capture and hold your attention. The solution isn't to hate technology or become a monk in a cave. The solution is intentional, protected focus. Practical application. The focus ritual. Darius Foroux shares his personal focus system that transformed his productivity. Here's how you can implement it starting today. 1. Time block your day rigorously. Schedule specific hours for deep work. Put them in your calendar. Treat them as sacred, non-negotiable appointments with yourself. 2. Remove all distractions completely. Phone on airplane mode or in another room. Email application closed. Social media blocked. Use apps like Freedom or Cold Turkey. Tell people you're unavailable. 3. Use the 90-minute deep work rule. Research shows our brains work best in 90-minute cycles. Work intensely for 90 minutes, then take a real 15-minute break. Repeat. 5. Track your focus daily. At the end of each day, honestly ask yourself, how many hours did I spend in deep, focused, meaningful work today? Track this number. Aim for 3 to 4 hours daily. 5. Create environmental triggers. Use the same location, the same music, the same beverage ritual. Your brain will learn, when I'm here, it's focus time. Key takeaway. Focus is not a talent you're born with. It's a habit you build through daily practice. Protect it fiercely. Practice it deliberately. Master it completely. What's your single biggest distraction that steals your focus? And what's one specific thing you're going to do today to protect your focus better? Comment below. Chapter 5. How to build mental toughness. Scene: the warrior mindset. Imagine a professional boxer stepping into the ring. The arena is packed. The lights are blinding. The crowd is roaring so loud he can feel the vibration in his chest. His opponent is bigger, stronger, faster, more experienced. The bell rings. The fight begins. He gets hit hard, right in the jaw. His vision blurs. His legs wobble. Everything in his body screams at him to give up, to fall down, to surrender. But he doesn't. He takes a breath. He steadies his stance. He shakes off the pain, and he swings back. Round after round, he gets knocked down. His face is bleeding. His ribs are bruised. His lungs are burning. But every single time he hits the canvas, he gets back up. Why? Because he has something his opponent doesn't. Something that no amount of physical strength can match. Mental toughness. Mental toughness is trainable. Darius Foroux explains that mental toughness is probably the most misunderstood concept in personal development. Most people think mental toughness means never feeling fear, never experiencing doubt, being naturally confident, never struggling. But that's completely wrong. Mental toughness isn't about being fearless. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you're scared, tired, discouraged, or in pain. Mental toughness is finishing what you start, even when it gets hard, staying calm under intense pressure, embracing discomfort as a path to growth, learning from failure instead of being destroyed by it, and keeping your commitments to yourself. And here's the revolutionary key that Foroux wants you to understand. Mental toughness is not something you're born with. It's a skill you can systematically develop. Every time you do something difficult and push through, you're literally building mental toughness, like building muscle at the gym. Practical application: the discomfort challenge. Foroux suggests a simple but transformative daily practice. Do one uncomfortable thing every single day. The discomfort doesn't have to be huge. Start small, but do it consistently. Examples of daily discomforts: take a cold shower, have a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, do a workout that pushes your limits, try public speaking or perform in some way. Say no to something you want to say yes to. Call someone instead of texting. Wake up an hour earlier than usual. Fast for a meal. Sit in silence without any entertainment for 20 minutes. Why does this work? Because every single time you face discomfort and push through it anyway, you're sending a powerful message to your brain. I can handle hard things. Discomfort won't break me. Over time, things that used to terrify you become simply normal, manageable, even easy. This is how you build unshakable mental toughness. Key takeaway: mental toughness is built one uncomfortable moment at a time. Don't avoid struggle. Embrace it. That's exactly where your growth lives. What's one uncomfortable thing you did recently that made you genuinely stronger as a person? Share it in the comments. Let's celebrate your courage together. Chapter 6: The Art of Letting Go. Scene: the weight we carry. Meet Emma. Emma is 35 years old. She's successful by most external measures: good career, nice apartment, healthy relationships. But Emma feels heavy, exhausted, like she's carrying an invisible weight everywhere she goes. Why? Because Emma is mentally carrying a mistake she made at work 3 years ago, something embarrassing she said at a party 5 years ago, a relationship that ended badly 7 years ago, resentment toward a friend who hurt her, worry about 20 different future scenarios that haven't happened, and guilt about not being productive enough every single day. Emma thinks about these things constantly. They replay in her mind like a never-ending movie she can't turn off. One day, her therapist asks her a simple question: "Emma, What would happen if you just let it all go? Emma stares at her confused. Let it go? I can't just forget these things happened. I'm not asking you to forget, the therapist replies gently. I'm asking, what purpose does carrying this weight serve? Is it helping you, or is it just making you suffer? Emma realizes she's been suffering for absolutely no reason. This is what Darius Foroux calls the art of letting go, and it might be the most liberating skill you ever learn. We cling to what hurts us. Foroux explains a paradox of human psychology. We tend to hold on to exactly the thoughts and feelings that cause us the most pain. We replay our failures obsessively. We rehearse arguments. We worry about things completely outside our control. We carry grudges. We punish ourselves for past mistakes. But here's what you need to understand. Holding on to these thoughts doesn't protect you. It doesn't prepare you. It doesn't make you better. It just makes you suffer. Letting go doesn't mean pretending bad things didn't happen, avoiding responsibility, never learning from mistakes, becoming careless or irresponsible. Letting go means acknowledging what happened, learning whatever lesson there is to learn, and then releasing it from your constant mental attention. Foroux writes, "The past is information, not an identity. Learn from it, don't live in it." Practical application, the letting go practice. Here's Foroux's specific method for letting go of thoughts that no longer serve you. Step 1, identify what you're holding on to. Write down specifically what thought, memory, regret, or worry you keep returning to mentally. Step 2, ask the powerful question. Is holding on to this thought helping me in any way? Is it making me wiser, stronger, or better? Or is it just making me suffer? Step 3, thank it and release it. Literally say, out loud if possible, "Thank you for trying to protect me. Thank you for the lesson, but I don't need to carry you anymore. I'm letting you go." Step 4, redirect your attention. Every time that thought returns, and it will, acknowledge it without judgment and gently redirect your attention to the present moment. This isn't a one-time fix, it's a practice. You might need to do this hundreds of times, but gradually the grip of old thoughts weakens. Key takeaway: you cannot move forward while constantly looking backward. Learn from the past, then let it go. Your present moment is waiting for you. What's one thing you've been holding on to that you know you need to let go of? You don't have to share details if it's private, but acknowledging it can be the first step. We're here to support you. FAQ section. FAQ 1. How do I stop overthinking at night when I'm trying to sleep? Nighttime overthinking is incredibly common because your brain finally has space to process everything you've been suppressing during the busy day. Here's what actually works. First, before bed, do a brain dump. Take 10 minutes to write down absolutely everything on your mind. Worries, tasks, random thoughts, feelings. Don't organize it, just empty your mind onto paper. This signals to your brain that these thoughts are captured and don't need to be actively held anymore. Second, try the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. Repeat 4 times. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system and physically calms your body. Third, avoid all screens at least 30 minutes before bed. The blue light tells your brain it's daytime, keeping you alert. Read a physical book instead. Finally, if you still can't stop overthinking, try the body scan meditation. Starting at your toes, mentally notice